Hey, it's Liz with Crafty Queens. We're going to take these Dollar Tree houses, some random pieces of wood, and this Hobby Lobby cutting board. We'll remove the tag from the cutting board, sand it a little bit, and then we're going to open up our houses and see which ones we like where. Today's video is going to be two projects in one. So for the cutting board, I got my placement and then decided to do brown chalk paint for the background. We're going to give that a good dry. I'm only using packaging here because I didn't have any parchment paper. Once the paint's dry, I'll take Vaseline with a chip brush and I'll go around the edges. I'll put some in the top left as well. I'm really just trying to keep it out of the bottom right because I was going to put a napkin holder there. And then we're going to take some white chalk paint and go over top of the brown. I'm doing this lightly, setting it on top of any Vaseline. I did the cutting board front, back, and sides, and then we're going to give that a good dry. Once the white paint's dry, we'll take a scraper to get off any of the paint where the Vaseline was. I also used a sander just to even everything out. And then I placed some Titebond Quick and Thick glue and used a ruler. And we're just going to place that napkin holder right there. You can clean up any glue seepage with a palette knife. Then we're going to take some baking soda, some paint, and some spackle and mix it all together. I will say I typically add Mod Podge as well, and it does work better when you do. This is going to serve as a faux snow for us. So I'll put it on top of the napkin holder, and then our second project is going to be a little pine board. And for this one, we're going to create a little village. We're going to use some of our little teeny tiny deer. And I also added a bottle brush tree. Once everything was dry, I took this glitter paint and I went over the top of it. Now for the cutting board, I had this white satin ribbon, but I didn't care for it. The cream velvet ribbon matched the project a lot better. So we'll take our mini Bodabra here, and I'm going to do this in real time so that you guys can see exactly how to make a bow. I have some bow wire in there, long ways. It's the gold piece, and then I start putting my ribbon in there, and where it crosses over is where I twist it. For this particular bow, I'm going to have a tail on each side and 2 loops on each side, but you can cut and add different ribbons. You could do several loops and tails. You could keep cutting the same ribbon to give yourself more tails, whatever you think. Once you're satisfied with your bow, you'll trim it off. You'll push the bow down to make sure everything is super tight, and take your gold bow wire and tie it in a knot, nice and tight as well, and then pull it up. Then you're going to flip it over and tie it twice in the back. Now you have a secure bow. I took a scrap piece of that velvet cream ribbon and tied it around the center, but you could use a gem or anything you want. And then I used that bow wire to tie it onto the cutting board. I used the same velvet ribbon for the hanger, and these projects turned out so sweet. This is something you could keep out all winter. It's just really beautiful rustic winter vibes. I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you if you've checked out or purchased from our Etsy shop, and we will see y'all again next time. Bye.